Hello, my name is Benjamin Hart. I'm an American attorney and the managing director of Integrity Legal here in Bangkok, Thailand. As the title of this video suggests, we're discussing quote-unquote work from anywhere expats, sometimes called digital nomads. I've seen remote worker used. I'm kind of tired of using the term digital nomads. I've talked to a fair number of clients who have come through our firm to be assisted with things like business visas, work permits, these other things. And at first I started calling them digital nomads, and they said, hey, that's not how I view myself. I kind of like expat. I think that kind of sums up kind of everything within the milieu that we're talking about. But that said, what are we talking about with respect to work from anywhere expats and tourist visas? I thought of making this video after reading a recent article from the Pattaya Mail. That's pattayamail.com. I'm going to quote a small excerpt from this, but this is a really interesting article for folks who are looking for insights into how some of these quote-unquote long-term residence visas are really playing out as a practical matter. You might want to read this article because it doesn't look great, it would seem. Article is titled, Thailand's 10-year visa needs a bailout. And again, Pattaya Mail, pattayamail.com, quoting directly, many work from anywhere professionals in Thailand aren't impressed by such restrictions and just rely on tourist visas. They are customarily left untouched by the immigration police. Again, I urge those watching this video, go read that article in detail. But sort of the thing I took away from this, and something I think is noteworthy, is I've kind of said this from the beginning. One, so-called long-term residence visas here in Thailand, they're a pretty new thing, promulgated last year, 2022. At the beginning of it, they talked about all these benefits like foreign land ownership. That never became a thing. And then also when you dig into it, it's not a residence visa. It's not permanent residence in Thailand. Permanent residence is its own status. We've gone over this many, many times. Many people don't seem to understand this. Meanwhile, it's really not a 10-year visa. It's a 5-year visa in 2 increments. That's kind of its own issue there. On top of that, yeah, there may be work authorization depending on the type of visa you end up with. But one thing that I've talked to folks, and yeah, there's a lot of hoops to jump through with respect to this thing. And in most cases, folks that are in the employment categories don't meet the criteria because oftentimes they've got to work for a company that brings in, I think it's $150 million a year, or over the last 3 years has brought that in earnings. Off the top of my head, I don't remember precisely, so don't quote me on that. But long story short, the threshold's pretty darn high. And the net result is not something that's overly beneficial to, again, these sort of digital nomads, work from anywhere type people. They sort of see it as, look, I'm coming to Thailand for a few months and then I'm moving on and maybe I'll be back, whatever. This isn't really something for me. So again, interesting to see, and we'll certainly keep you updated on this channel as the situation evolves.